Hello, beautiful souls. So, this evening I felt inspired to pick up the camera here briefly and share with you my experiences of the course lesson today. This afternoon, took myself on a little bit of a trip. And ego offers us thoughts, and it begins with accepting one of those thoughts, and you almost get taken on this journey. And then it offers you another thought, and you take the thought again, and you trip even further until you get yourself almost in a cycle. And now you're believing in these thoughts that are untrue. And because of believing in this false perception, it creates this feeling of separating, this feeling of not feeling good, of just feeling yucky and everything's wrong and nothing goes right and you just get frustrated. It's an entire mindset. And once you accept the thought of ego, there you are. And so this is what I experienced this morning. And as I was going through it, what was a little bit ironic is that we were on the way to pick up his mom and his stepdad from the airport. They were coming back from Poland. And as I was going on this trip, we're going to this place that is all about going on trips, and it's kind of funny. But while I was going through this experience, Tom just kind of noted to me, nothing's seeming to be going right today, Britt. Like, what is your course lesson? And I was like, oh, well, the course lesson today is hold on 1 second. I see nothing as it is now. And I shared that with him. I see nothing as it is now. And then for the next 10 minutes or so, that almost became my mantra. I see nothing as it is now. And I began to apply it to the cars and to me and to Tom and my thoughts about both of us and my thoughts about just the experience in general. And as I continue to apply the thought, you begin to feel almost this peace settle in, this dispersing of what is no longer helpful. And we continued to go through the experience of waiting for his mom, and it took a little while until I started to talk and I started to communicate, and I was reminded of an experience that happened in the past with my mother where I still felt guilt around. I felt that I had done something wrong, and so this was an opportunity to forgive the misperceptions in my mind for what I thought that I did and what I thought that my mom did, and let that come to light. I never even really looked at that memory before. I didn't even think that that was still in my mind, but it was. That was the veil that was held before my eyes. And then what I also got to see is how I still wanted my family to be somewhere other than where they were. I want to be truly helpful, and I want to be of service to them like I am with everyone. And but right now there's not full-on communication as it would be with you beautiful souls doing the course with me or anybody else in my general home surroundings, and so it was interesting for me to see that judgment still in my mind of what is. And that's the course lesson today, of us seeing beyond what we think is there to what is actually there, and realizing that we don't see anything as it is now because we're seeing the past. And so today's lesson brought up this needed forgiveness, and so I accepted that. And in the middle of the airport, I'm there crying tears of release and gratitude for this new vision that has been given me, and clarity and perfect happiness pervaded my being yet again, and now it'll remain in this constancy until the next experience is needed to have in my life, to heal whatever thoughts still need to be healed. But I find that just like today's course lesson was teaching us, that each and every time we bring these misperceptions, these thoughts that are not true to the light, they dissolve. And so we're bringing light to the darkened corners of our mind, so that our mind is now in its natural state, which is light, which is wholeness, which is love and peace. And it's no longer just these words that we speak, but an experience that is had inwardly and is undeniable. And that is why I come on here in the wee hours of the morning to share my experience with all of you, because it is applying these course lessons that allow us to move beyond the insanity of mind and finally claim back our sanity. And we're all truly going through this undoing and relearning process together. And so if I could be of service in any way like I am through this, then that is what I'm going to do. So thank you for listening and doing your part. And yeah, I love you all. Thank you and goodbye.